How does it feel right now to get that win?
It definitely hasn't sunken in, but for me, I've never been one to be satisfied. Like, the only thing on my mind right now is how do we get better for next week and the week after that.
Yeah.
And once those are over, what do we got to do to improve on the Olympia and, most importantly, stay healthy in the process. So for me, and hopefully for my coach, it just solidifies to us that, what we're doing is right. We're on the right path, and it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when and a matter of time. The Olympia, obviously, best guys in the whole world. But I'm a firm believer, we got to make our mark regardless. This is looking nice. Attention, guys, attention. I started cooking my bowl of gains on the stovetop rather than the microwave. And oh my goodness, is it a game changer. Getting the pre-workout meal going now. And the beard is making a comeback. It's only been about 4 days since I shaved, but I'm just gonna let it grow out until we get close to the Olympia. Then it's gonna be gone again. So, gotta do the official. What is up, YouTube? How you doing? Hope everybody is doing good. I know I am. About to train some push on this fine Tuesday. Got back from our San Diego trip on Saturday. Just been easing back into the routine. And training has been going amazing. We are 100 days out from the Olympia. Definitely surreal. Let me grab my protein real quick. So, I am going to use my favorite chocolate peanut butter protein from Raw. Of course, use code AP. If you guys are watching this, there's a sale going on this week. Everything is buy one, get one half off. So you can literally buy this type of protein and get one half off. So this is how I make it personally. I wait until it's done, and then I throw in my protein, mix it with my spoon, and then you just stir for a little bit.
Smells like Reese's peanut butter cups.
And it tastes like it too, is the best part. So as you can see, just requires a little bit of elbow grease. And we are dialed. Look at that. Now you can't tell me this is not the perfect texture of cream of rice. Look at that. Protein mixes in perfectly, and my pre-workout meal is my favorite one of the day. Post-workout meal is a close second, but we use brownie batter and we used peanut butter cookie today. I did half and half, so we got a peanut butter brownie kind of vibe mixed with the chocolate peanut butter protein, and we get 16 grams of peanut butter on here as well. So, let's get this put on the bowl and sit at the table. All right, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but y'all should know by now, code AP for flavor gain. All right, now let's head to the table. Okay guys, push A going down. Tricep focus push. Actually I had to hit chest on Sunday and today's only Tuesday, so my chest is a little bit sore. So I'm only gonna do maybe one chest movement, if that. But today is tricep focus push day anyway. So we actually start with heavy triceps, heavy push downs, close grip bench, all that good stuff, because we're really trying to build this thickness on the triceps. So putting the shoulders and the chest towards the end and really emphasizing the triceps hard and heavy in the beginning. And then the push day B is going to be more chest and shoulder focus with triceps at the end. So we're going to be hitting it with Manny. Got about 45 minutes to an hour until we're at the gym, and we will see you there. All right, so time to slam this. Look how beautiful. Yep. And time to grub, and we'll see you at the gym. Okay, so exercise number 1 on our tricep focused push day is gonna be a heavy push down variation. So really, you can use the rope, you can use ski handles, you can use the V-bar, you can use the easy curl bar. Really just what feels best on your elbows and what you can contract very, very good with. I love the rope, I love the ski handles, but I notice I cannot go super heavy on it just because my grip gets messed up, the rope moves, and it's not super stable. So I want something that I can literally just place my hands on and just grip it and rip it. So we have been using the V-bar handle. Super good on my elbows as long as my elbows are warm and my form is good and I'm not bouncing it up and down. And also just a very, very solid contraction. Right about here, just focus on staying upright, not bending down too much, staying upright, and really just trying to squeeze the triceps and go as heavy as we can without sacrificing form. So we'll do our first working set right now. Okay. Got to bring these triceps up and put on that thickness. Good, squeeze the bottom, stretch all the way. You want to keep tension on the tricep. You don't want to have it come all the way up here and then down. That takes all the tension off. Yep. Okay. There we go. So I'll probably actually go up a little bit more. Felt really good on the elbows, and we were working in that 12 to 15 range. I wasn't really counting, but I know we got a good amount of reps, so should be able to go up by at least 1 notch from 70 to 80. As you look at Manny, he's got good control. Have him squeeze a little bit and hold it at the bottom a little bit longer. Right there, good. Think about like you're locking your tricep out like you're hitting a pose. There you go. You're essentially just mimicking this movement. Like when you do a pose and you go, boom. You're doing the same thing here. Boom, squeezing. Clearly, Manny's a lot stronger than me on triceps. He's moving this like nothing. Still a warm-up for him. All right, we're gonna do our second working set now. You know, I was thinking we could do, instead of like close grip bench, do the Mega Mass chest machine, but use those close handles like this, because it's the same thing and it might actually feel better than the actual bench. We'll try that.
Okay. All right. Good, Manny. So exercise number 2, we have been doing a close grip bench press. They actually have a really cool bar here. I think it's called a cambered bar, where there's built-in handles kind of like this. So we've been doing close grip like this. Only problem is, close grip is a little bit harder to do because you kind of have to balance it, and then also lifting it off and racking it, it's a little bit harder too. So on this piece here, there's multiple different handles. So there's a wide handle that's straight for chest. There's also a closer handle that's angled. And I thought, what if we use this for close grip? So this is essentially mimicking a close grip bench press, loading the triceps on the negative and locking out the triceps on the top. So as you watch Manny, it's loading and he's pressing, he's locking out right here. Come on. Come on. Yep. One more. One more. Yep. Good. Cool. And then guys, the biggest cue right here is gonna be keeping those elbows tucked in. So with these handles, you wanna have these elbows tucked like this. If you start flaring out these arms and pressing, it's gonna be more pec. So as long as you keep those elbows tucked in, you're able to load the tricep effectively. And then just think about locking out. It's almost like you're doing like a heavy push down, but in the form of a press. So elbows tucked, lock out those triceps. Okay. Oh yeah. It's crazy because you don't really feel it a whole lot during, but as soon as you drop it, you're like, whoa. It's like doing heavy squats. You don't really feel it in your leg because it's so heavy. But when you rack it and you're done, you're like, whoa. You gonna go with this?
I'll try it out.
Okay, so exercise number 3, giving the triceps a little break. And we are moving on to shoulders. So this is another piece by Mega Mass, multiple different handles, but we're just gonna go with the traditional shoulder press handle, a little bit wide. And we're gonna work in that 10 to 12, 8 to 12 range. And this machine is heavy. There's only a plate per side. So this is just a shoulder press, gonna be our main compound movement for shoulders. Afterwards, we'll jump into some side raises, some rear delts, all that good stuff. So this may be a working set, may not. Here we go. Just control over everything, no bouncing. Okay, I'll go up. Yeah, so I could have worked with that, but I think we can definitely go up a little bit more. Joints are feeling good, about 3.5 weeks post-show. So still being on the cautious side, but in my mind, if it feels good, we rock with it. So our working set will be on the next one. Here we go. Wait, I gotta fix the seat. Shit. Oh, let's go. Fuck, okay. There we go. Nice, okay. Woo. Working set number 1 done, plate and a quarter. Yeah, definitely good. We'll go ahead and do one more working set here. Since I was mentioning earlier, my chest is still slightly sore. I normally hit my first push day, or my second push day rather, on Saturday. So by Tuesday, my chest is usually nice and recovered. But because we got back into town late Saturday, I ended up resting Saturday, trained chest Sunday. So chest a little bit sore. So we're just gonna do one movement at the end to get some blood in there. So this is honestly primarily gonna be a shoulder and tricep day. So gonna run another working set here, and then we'll move on to some side raises. Okay, so the unfortunate news is the pec deck is broken and it's out of order. So most of the time, if I'm gonna do a rear delt movement, it's gonna be reverse flies on the rear delt. The cables are also taken, so sometimes you really just gotta improvise. This is honestly a really good exercise. I just probably prefer the other two over this. But this, at least we can go really heavy on. So, same exact movement. We're gonna have the chest parallel to the ground. Dumbbells are gonna be under our legs, not in front, but under. And we're simply just gonna do this and squeeze the rear delts, okay? We're not gonna swing. Simply, torso is locked in place. The only thing that's moving is our arm. Here we go. Okay, that's good. So just having like a slight bend to the elbow. Obviously you can't really keep your arms fully straight, so just a slight bend to the elbow. You really get that squeeze on the rear delt at the top. So this is gonna be exercise number 4. And then after we hit these rear delts, we'll move on to side raises. Probably honestly just do dumbbell side raises, you know? Good old dumbbell side raises never fail. So far, push day is going good. Okay. Okay, so now moving on to exercise number 5, good old traditional dumbbell side raises. So there's a couple different ways you could do it. I usually flip-flop back and forth between 2 different ways. So obviously, a few of the cues, like always, no swinging, no momentum, no nothing like that. Really, we're trying to keep the arms pretty much straight the whole way. And as far as hand positioning, so we can have the dumbbells kind of here and come out this way. This works very, very well for the side delt as well. But also just coming out straight to the side is gonna work very, very well too. So we're kind of going like right in the middle and we're going straight out to the side. So we've done 2 working sets already. This is gonna be our third working set. So I'm working in that 12 rep range. So we're using 35s, good control, good tempo, and the most important thing, good contractions. So, here we go. 6, 7, 8, 11. Okay. There we go. 3 working sets. Shoulders are nice and pumped. Nice and full, nice and round. You want to get that cap to your shoulder, that round looking shoulder. Side delts, rear delts, and front delts. Do not neglect any of the heads. Here we go, Manny. Next exercise, going back to triceps. You guys know if you watched any of the previous videos, we are really trying to bring up this long head right here. For all the reasons I've stated, in that front double pose and the back double, just having all this thickness and extra tissue and meat added right here. We need slabs of meat right on these. So this movement right here is gonna emphasize and really isolate that long head. So getting a full stretch at the bottom, as you can see, and rolling. Okay. Nice. So that's all heads of the tricep being hit. First exercise was the push down. That's gonna emphasize that lateral head, which is this. Close grip is gonna emphasize pretty much the whole entire tricep. And this is gonna prioritize that long head, which is right there. So hitting all aspects of the triceps, you have to hit them from different angles. You can't just simply do push downs for every single tricep exercise. You have to do an overhead and a push down variation. And if you want to really cover all of them, a heavy press as well. Creaky. Thank you. Okay. Oh, fuck. Whew. Yes, sir. Okay. Now moving on to front raises to really isolate that front delt. This is one of my favorite variations right here. Seated on the shoulder press bench. Back pressed up against the pad. Feet up here. You really want to push your feet. That way it pushes you and keeps you locked into the seat. And then we're actually gonna do both at the same time. You really don't need a lot of weight. There's only 25s. We're gonna go all the way up. Oh my God. That just blasts the front delts like crazy. Because we're doing both at the same time, you really can't swing because you'll literally like almost fall down. And by keeping your back up against the pad the whole time, the movement itself is so strict. It's literally, and you can't use anything besides your front delt. So really, really good to isolate the front delt. And like I said, you don't need too much weight on this, only 25s, and I think I only got like 8 to 10. And it felt extremely heavy. So definitely a good finisher as well towards the end of your shoulder day. So we're gonna do 2 working right here, and that might be it.
Oh, okay. Finally made it back home. And it is time for the post-workout meal. Yep, as you guys know, we are still on this reverse phase, but the food is getting up there pretty high. Not too many changes since the last time. Actually, I think the food might be the same. Post-workout meal, we are doing 250 grams of jasmine rice, 200 grams of white fish, 100 grams of pineapple, and a little bit of asparagus, and I'd throw some green pepper in there as well. It's about 75 grams total. It's like 50 grams of asparagus, 25 grams of green pepper, just for the extra crunch and texture. And I got the Orange Dragon flavor gain seasoning on there. So that is looking amazing. Tiana is making her post-workout meal. She's making herself a bowl of gains as well. The strawberry wafer, strawberry Biscoff to be exact. So that's the stirring in the microwave that you hear behind me. But yeah, guys, amazing push day down. That is what I'm doing to bring up my triceps. So far, so good. Very happy with the progress. As far as my weight and where it's at, I'm about 227. So only about 4 pounds up from my show day weight. So 3.5 weeks post show and only 4 pounds up. That's literally like a pound a week, which is perfect. We are nice and lean, as you guys can see, or as you guys saw in the posing post workout. Very happy with how things are looking. So just gonna keep it rolling. keep it moving along, and it's really going to start to get real here very soon. Already at 15 weeks out from the Olympia. Before we know it, it's going to be 10, and then 5, and then 2, and then it's going to be time. So yeah, guys, much love. Push day done. Time to eat and do it all over again. So we'll see you on the next one.